Oh. This is a speech of my father. This is HaYom Yom. These are sayings of the previous Rebbe, which were gathered by the last Rebbe. Okay. From a speech of my father after Shabbat and the early years of his leadership, said, a person has to be modern. You have to live with the times. Now, this is a very dangerous statement back then, especially in the time of the Alter Rebbe, because there was a huge movement in Judaism which said that the Torah is old and Judaism is old. And nowadays they've been replaced by philosophy and music and art and culture. And we have to live with the time, not with the Torah that's old. And the Alter Rebbe, the first Rebbe of Chabad, he's the one that wrote the Tanya in the book we learned, Torah Ora. He said, right, you have to live with the time. What does it mean? He meant you have to live with the Torah portion of that week, and especially that Torah portion that we read every day, right? Every day, every week is written a different Torah reading. And every day there's 7, it's divided into 7, every day a different portion. One should not only learn the week, but you have to live with it. You have to internalize what is the message that we can learn from, like we just finished learning in the morning from the Tower of Babel. What can we learn in our personal lives from that every single detail? Because that's really the news. If you look and see, what were the ideas that everyone was saying have replaced the Torah, right? What were the ideas? In the time of the first Rebbe, there were all these philosophers, things like that nobody even cares and knows what they said. And all the philosophers also disagreed one with the other. Then there are all these different politicians, now we're going to have, and musicians, and these things, music, it replaced, it added even one iota of honesty in the world, of chastity in the world, of love and brotherly love for each other. What are you talking about? It's pleasurable. The music was very nice to listen to, but it didn't add anything to the humanness of the world. Also, these different philosophies, right? These philosophers, it added something to the world, became more human, right? You see, the Nazis used all these philosophers, greatest German philosophers, right? That there were tremendous ideas in ethics and good and evil and values and things like that. And they used it to destroy the whole world. So that's the idea of the Torah. The Torah, on the other hand, is eternal. And the ideas of the eternal, even though the Torah is talking about people that lived in a time when there was no electricity and there was no computers, but they lived in the time when there was love, just like now. And there was honesty, just like now. And there were desires and lusts and confusion, just like there is now. And you have to know how to accept the former and to reject the latter. That's really the news of now. Says the Rebbe, therefore you have to live with the Torah portion, do good, turn from the opposite, and make the world into a perfect place. God willing, tomorrow we will learn, today also. Today, God willing, at 3 o'clock, I hope, 3 o'clock our time, we'll learn the Haftorah of this week. Haftorah of this week, which talks about, it's from Isaiah. Have a good day with Mashiach. Now, hope to see you at 3 o'clock. In any case, we'll record it. Shalom uvracha.